Hi, Karen with you today. Thank you so much for joining me. I have a layout for Kitaholic's kits, and this is using the September 2022 kit. I'm absolutely loving working with this collection this month. There's lots to choose from, and I am loving the Paige Evans Splendid collection components of the collection this month. And I could not resist using this wreath patterned paper. I did consider whether I should fussy cut it out and then layer it on top of either some mixed media or one of the other pattern papers, or whether I leave this as is and then build dimension from there. It took me a couple of goes to think about it because I really loved the B-side of this particular patterned paper. It's a beautiful, rich green. But I ended up deciding I'm going to keep this page as it is, and I'm going to build lots of depth across the page around this wreath by adding the florals and lots of ephemera pieces around the page as well. So for my photo there, I decided to use and frame this up. I wanted to keep the layout very circular. So rounded and no harsh edges. So I decided I wanted to keep that going with the whole theme. So with my photo there, I grabbed one of the frames, the oval frames from the Vicky Booten sticker sheet, just stuck that over my photo and fussy cut that out. And I thought that was a really pretty way to add this photo and really tuck it in nicely into the florals here for the layout. So I'm just having a little bit of a play here at this stage, starting to think about how I'm going to pull these floral clusters together. I know I want to make several clusters, so that one with the photo is quite heavy, clustered both on the top and throughout the entire photo, so around that entire arc. Then I'm putting another couple of clusters around the page as well. Now, how I used to decide what florals I was going to use, that was really based on what floral was on the bottom, so what was on the patterned paper. So I wanted to make sure I had all of the colours or most of the colours within each cluster. For me, that gives real cohesiveness around the page. So if I've got orange, pinks and blues, I want to make sure I've got some orange, pinks and blues in some form in my clusters. Now, it won't necessarily mean they've all got flowers of those. There may be another ephemera piece that comes in over the top, or like a rain, a butterfly or something like that. But I do like to see, and I think it is a lot easier on the eye, in my opinion, if your clusters have the same sort of color tones in them that sort of then can bounce off each other, I guess. What I've also done is, as I was adding these florals and the clusters, I've added some of those gorgeous leaf components as well to the main cluster. They were from the ephemera pack. And then I felt that there was too much of a gap between the actual floral clusters, but I didn't want to put florals around the entire piece because I may as well have just done that with white cardstock and not had any of the wreath from the patterned paper. But I felt that it didn't connect well. For me personally, when I create clusters, I really like my clusters to flow together in some way. So generally speaking, my clusters that I create tend to have some sort of connectivity with each other. Particularly with a wreath, I felt that it really needed something to connect all of those pieces, and the pieces of the pattern paper just weren't doing it for me. So what I decided to do was fussy cut out some leaves from one of the pattern papers as well. That one you can just see there on the left hand side of the screen. It had the florals and the birds that you could cut out. So I just took a little bit of time and fussy cut out some of the leaves from that patterned paper and just added them at each edge of the clusters. And I felt that just gave it that finishing touch for the actual wreath. And I really like how then it felt that it was connected. So hopefully I've made some sense there. That is purely just completely my view on how clusters should work on a page. I always find that I watch other people do clusters that are sort of almost eclectic from each other, and I love how it looks when they do it, but when I do it, it really doesn't feel like it's connected. For my artistic view, I need something that sort of connects and has... Okay, so I'm rambling now. So connection is for me the key for my layouts. All right, so to finish off then, I added in a few of the butterflies from the Vicky Booten sheet as well. That's one of the wonderful things about the Kitaholics kits. Steph does a great job of curating in terms of other collections being able to sit with others. It just works so perfectly. So I will leave all in the description box below. I'll leave all the details about how you can have a look at what the latest kit looks like. And you can see some past kits as well to really give you an idea of the type of products that you get. There's lots in this month's kit. You certainly can't go wrong with this month's kit, and also the mixed media kit as well. Although I didn't use that for this particular layout. To finish off, I just added in those gold splatters around the page, and that is just with some Kaiser glue, gold glitter, something. I don't know. It's been sitting in my stash for ages and ages. And then I also added in some of the enamel dots as well that we got in the kit. I think they're from Bo Bunny, and they've got some lovely glittery shine to them as well, and I thought that was just a perfect way to finish off that layout. I didn't mention my photo is another photo from my birthday party as well. This is my gorgeous friend Maz, and I have still so many photos to scrap. You will be seeing these for quite a while, I am sure. I've got some close-ups for you. As always, I want to thank you so much for joining me today. I really do appreciate you spending some creative time with me, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.